What's up, y'all? This is Dubitdown. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can make your music catalog worth $1 million in 10 to 12 years. So every song is worth $1,000 at its finished entry level. That's before using any, before running any ads, before you spend any money on running any kind of advertisements or anything like that. Your song in its finished level is worth $1,000. Now you could use your what you could say is your equipment you use, the time and the hours you spent, and you could say every song is worth $1,000 as a beginning stage. So if you say you've been doing music for 10 years, then your experience comes into calculation, and your experience and then your skill level plus the hours plus the equipment and the number of songs. So building up your catalog to $1 million worth is kind of easy when you consider each song is worth $1,000. So I personally spent like 12 years, maybe a little less, maybe 10 years altogether, but I spent 10 to 12 years making music and songs, and I reached 995 songs. And remember, each song is worth $1,000, so we can round that up and say that equates to $1 million. And it will, the thing is, it will always grow because it's still in its new, finished developmental stage of not running ads and everything like that. So just to get a good idea of what your catalog is worth, you could just say each song is worth 1,000 and multiply it by the number of songs you have. Okay, and that's just before your catalog will grow in value. But when you build up so many songs, you could just say, it's worth this much as it is. That's kind of a safe thing to say on it. But that's how you equivalent your some of your value in your music. Let me see here. That's pretty much all my notes. Let me see here. Yeah, that's pretty much got it. But remember though, it will always grow because you're not like at its final stage of your music career when I've been so busy, I haven't run ads, I haven't spent any money doing anything other than making my music. But once it grows, then your catalog will grow in value. You know what I mean? But my music hasn't grown much, so it's still in its beginning stage, even though I'm 12 years in. But once it starts to grow, it will grow in value. But hopefully this video has been, helpful. Maybe you got a little insight out of it. How to appraise your catalog in a correct 5-minute process. How to build your catalog, how to do it in a time-efficient manner. Work 10 years in your music, you got to consider that your skill level, your hours of the finished product, your hours of learning a skill, the equipment used, and the number of songs, you take that into consideration, all those things. So that's the best way I can give you the appraise on your to appraise your music catalog and what your value is. I don't have anything else, but like I said, hopefully that will be maybe a little motivation to some people that they can build up a $1 million company or music business, if they stay with it for 10 to 12 years. It's not easy making that many songs. Like I've been at it nonstop. But at the end of the day, I can say that I made $995,000 worth of music, and it hasn't even grown yet. But that's because I made 995 songs. So basically, you could say I made $1 million off my music. And it's still in its early finished developmental stage because I haven't done anything to it. But all right, guys. That's pretty much all I got. You can check out my website. A lot of cool shit on there. That'll be in the description. And that's all I got. Dub it down.